Okay. Is this gonna work? Good morning, YouTube! What's up, guys? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. This week's middle of the week video is being filmed in the middle room where I keep all my shoes because I wanted to film it outside, but then it was pouring rain. Yesterday there was like a lot of loud noise outside, so we're gonna try to make this work. Today we're gonna talk about my favorite type of shoe, and I think a lot of you feel the same way, and that is Tempo Day shoes. I'm gonna sneeze. Didn't happen. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna talk about my top 5 Tempo Day shoes, why I like them, why I think they might work for other people, and maybe some negatives about them. And we're gonna rank them from 5 being my least favorite to 1 being my most favorite. Okay, so number 5 on my list of favorite Tempo shoes is the New Balance FUELCELL Rebel. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I actually said that this was my favorite shoe of 2019, and I still stand by that. This is a fantastic shoe, and I like it for a couple of reasons. The first one is that the upper really holds your foot in place. It's very snug, and it's a booty construction, so you don't have to worry about the tongue sliding to the side because it's not gusseted or really anything like that. It is a snug fit, but it's a comfortable one. But the main reason that I really like this shoe is the midsole. The FUELCELL Rebel has FUELCELL foam. It's really, really top notch. And the reason for that is that it's protective and soft, but also gives you some response and some pushback and spring. There's plenty of protection to take this for longer tempo days, but it's also enough that you really get that pop and that spring off the toe. And the toe is very snappy. Whoa. Which really helps with propulsion. It's a solid ride, guys. Trust me. If you are interested in this shoe, go check out my best shoe of 2019 video. It's this one right here. One negative is that if you turn the shoe this way, it has that flare outward like the TC has, which does definitely promote some overpronation. If you're a person who struggles with that, like me, then this might be a little bit troublesome to you. It doesn't cause me any pain or discomfort, but it is something that I do want to point out. But despite this flare in the midsole, this is such a good shoe. And it's very light. Coming in at number 4 on my list of favorite Tempo Day shoes, we have the Hoka One One Rincon. Oop, there's a fuzz in here. So some of you are gonna look at this shoe and be like, that's not a Tempo Day shoe, it's too cushioned. Sure, I could see your argument there, but this shoe is very, very light, and with the Meta Rocker technology that Hoka has incorporated into their shoes, you get a very nice roll forward through your stride, and it's easy to pick up the pace in this shoe. The upper is lightweight and extremely breathable, and in the one, which is I think behind me, it's also very breathable. And the cushioning underfoot is nice. It's not wildly responsive. We're just using standard EVA foam here. But if we're going to talk about the differences between the Rincon and the Hoka Clifton, which is more of the daily trainer type of shoe, the foam in here is a tad bit firmer, so you do get a little bit of response, ever so slightly. And there's not too much foam where you feel like you're sinking down onto that platform, which causes tired legs and just gives you a little bit of a laggier ride. I think I would use this shoe over some of the others in my Tempo Day choices. If I was looking to do a longer run, maybe upwards of 10 miles, but I want to keep that pace and I don't want something that's going to weigh me down, the Rincon is a really good option for that. One negative about the Rincon that I will say is it's not very durable, and the midsole does kind of die down over time, starts to concave a little bit, like a slope. But other than those things, it's a great price point and it's a really good Tempo Day choice. All right, coming in at number 3 on favorite Tempo Day shoes, we have the Atreyu base model. I think this colorway is called the Voyager. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I love this shoe and I'm really digging this brand. If you're unfamiliar with it, basically it's a startup company from Austin, Texas, and they're making running shoes. They're making simple, efficient, great running shoes. And they're at an extremely low price point. For this shoe, brand new, I think you can get it for like $75, which is insane. And they also offer a subscription plan, so you can get this shoe coming to you for a low price every 1, 2, 3 months. It's kind of up to you. But anyway, why do I love this shoe? Well, it's kind of the opposite end of the spectrum from the Rincon. Obviously, as you can see, there's a lot less midsole cushioning here. But I like this shoe a lot because it's simple. The upper is extremely breathable and soft, very comfortable. And then you have this midsole, which is just EVA. We're not talking anything crazy here. It's just a slab of EVA foam. Trust me, when you start running in this shoe, you feel that cushioning and you do definitely get some response. It melts to your foot like butter. It's almost like it becomes an extension of your foot and you don't even realize you're wearing a shoe. You're protected. There's no doubt about it. In the shoe, you are protected. It doesn't look like much underfoot, but it's just enough. I've taken this shoe on long runs, short runs, lots of tempo runs. It's performed great every time. One negative I could point out about this shoe is that it kind of lacks in the durability department. There's absolutely no rubber on the bottom, so you are kind of gonna be limited in how much use you can get out of one of these pairs of shoes. But because the price point is so low, you could buy 2 at a time and just keep one on the back burner. And it also comes in other cool colors. Go check them out, AtreyuRunning.com. Number 3 on my list of top 5 Tempo Day shoes. Number 2 on my list of favorite Tempo Day shoes is the Skechers Razor 3. Kind of blends into my shirt like a chameleon. I love this shoe. The Razor 3 really saved Hyperburst for me. I tried the Go Run Ride 8 and I did not like it. I was super underwhelmed with Hyperburst. And a bunch of you guys were like, well, just try Hyperburst in a different shoe. So I was like, all right. I had seen a lot about the Razor 3 online. It has almost like a cult following. So I figured, why not give it a shot? So I ordered it and I'm really happy that I did. The Hyperburst in this shoe, in the Razor 3, feels so much better than in the Go Run Ride 8. It's so protective and soft. I would use the word soft, especially when you pick up the pace in the shoe. The Razor 3 is like, all right, we're ready to go. I'm ready to help you out. I feel a spring back. And it does, it helps you out. It helps you get to the next motion in your stride. It does offer something that standard EVA just does not offer. There's a lot more response in this shoe than in the other 3 that I talked about. Maybe the FUELCELL Rebel has some of the response that this shoe has, but the other 2, because they're standard EVA, they just don't have exactly the same sort of feeling. I was doing a lot of half marathon training with this when I was thinking of doing the New York City half. Yeah. And it performed flawlessly no matter what I did with it. I took it on some easy runs, but on the tempo days, it was golden. Not only does the midsole feel great, but the upper is fantastic as well. It's super breathable. You get a nice lockdown through the midfoot, and we even have some decent traction here. I have like nothing to complain about in this shoe. I love it, and it probably would have been number 1 if another shoe hadn't come out on the market. And the number 1 shoe on my list for favorite Tempo Day shoes is the Saucony Endorphin Speed. Guys, Saucony kind of has it this year. This isn't just my favorite Tempo Day shoe, this is easily my favorite shoe that I have in my collection right now. Just like, where do I begin? Where do I begin with this beautiful creation? This shoe's underfoot feel is like nothing else on the market. First, you got Power Run PB, which we love. We saw that in the Endorphin Pro, and they threw it in the Speed. It's a PIBA-based foam. It is a hell of a lot more responsive than Hyperburst. It kicks FUELCELL out of the park. It makes Power Run Plus look geriatric, and it gives ZoomX a run for its money. It's the right amount of firm and soft. It's not too soft where you're sinking like some of you might feel in the Rincon, and it's not too firm like some of you may feel in the Atreyu or in even the FUELCELL Rebel. And when I tell you this shoe is responsive, it is so responsive. And of course, it gets some help from a plate sandwiched in between the 2 layers of midsole material. But it's not a carbon plate. It's a nylon plate. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I think I like this shoe better than the Endorphin Pro. Because of that nylon plate, you're still getting a lot of spring forward, a lot of propulsion. You feel like you're being throttled forward, and you get some flex for your foot. This is the real deal. This is the realest deal. I would sooner run a marathon in the Speed than I think I would in the Pro. Just because I don't know how my foot's gonna handle a carbon plate 20 plus miles in. I feel like my foot would do a lot better with a nylon plate underfoot because you're still, like I said, getting that propulsion, getting that spring, getting the benefits of having a plate, but still having the ability to flex your foot a little bit. I feel like the Speed really works with your foot and just gives it that extra oomph that you need on a tempo day. Well, that's all the shoes. 5 tempo day shoes there. You really can't go wrong with any of them. If you're interested in picking up the pairs, I'll link them down below. Keep in mind that most of these links will be affiliate links with Running Warehouse, but that doesn't really mean much for you. It just helps my channel out so I can keep reviewing all these shoes. Guys, look at this. It's amazing. We got lots to cover here. Well guys, that concludes my video of top 5 favorite tempo day shoes. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit that notifications bell down below so you can find out every time I upload a new video. It's a lot of shoes. I have another video coming for you guys this week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like heller. See you next time.